Jim Harris, Lucas Dale,
Here.
Michael Gordon, Doug Hardy, Donald Bergen, Dan McGowan, Chad Nelson, Susanna Ballard, Matthew Mitchell, and Sam Levine.
All right, I think, was there anybody joining remotely, or is this our, okay. Today we'll start with minutes from our first item today, minutes from the previous meeting. Do I have any questions or a motion on minutes from last meeting?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I will second the motion. I have a motion by Mr. Nelson, a second by Mr. Still. We'll go ahead and vote.
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you. Correspondence and announcements. Mr. Morse.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, thank you. We have nothing at this point. Thank you.
All right, thank you. This is a public hearing this morning. The structure of the meeting will allow the staff to present an item. The commission may ask staff questions, and then the applicant will have an opportunity to present. Commissioners may have questions for the applicant, and then I will open the discussion to the audience. We ask that if you would like to address the commission, please do so, but there is a limit of 1 trip to the podium per topic and 3 minutes to speak. I will then close the discussion and bring the item back to staff and ask for their recommendation. The commission will then hear a motion, discuss, and make a recommendation to the City Council for their final consideration. Our first item today, Mr. Morris.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, thank you. The first item is a request to rezone 2305 Victoria Farms Road, APN number 120-03-046, a 10-acre portion of planned development number 07002-00005 from LIPD, Light Industrial Planned Development District, to Light Industrial District. A little background on this request. The subject property is in the north part of town, just up just south of the airport. To get to the property, it's about a 10-acre piece. From Highway 95 in Chenoweth, at the signal at that intersection, you would go east on Chenoweth Drive to Victoria Farms Road, and then about a mile up Victoria Farms Road, there's it leads to a 60-foot wide access easement for the subject property. I'll zoom in a little bit here on the property. Here's the subject property outlined in red. Victoria Farms Road is to the south. There's about 400 feet from a private ingress-egress easement that leads to the property. It's in the area of Havasu RV Resort, and we'll touch on that a little bit in the next slides. And then it's south of the wastewater treatment plant. Wayland Drive is up to the north, and the airport is farther north. There's not a connection between Wayland Drive and the property. Its access is from Victoria Farms Road. Here's the zoning in the area. The subject property is here. It's zoned light industrial planned development, and it's surrounded by light industrial and industrial zoning, and except for to the east, it's zoned light industrial planned development. Now we'll touch on a little bit why that's currently zoned light industrial planned development. As part of the, let me start over here. Here at the Havasu RV Resort, it's roughly 40-acre parcel that was zoned light industrial planned development to allow for an RV park. In 2007, the City Council approved a request to add on to that, if you will, these basically 120 acres of an additional expansion of that property, of that project, zoned light industrial planned development. Obviously, that has not come to fruition, so the property owners in the intervening years have applied to rezone or remove themselves from the PD, go back to a light industrial or an industrial zoning district. So I'll go to the next map here. This shows what was known at the time as the Pinnacle RV Resort. Now it's known as Havasu RV Resort. The original 48 acres parcel is here. It's developed, and they had plans for these 120 more acres that, again, that didn't develop. And so the property owners are asking to rezone. So this area here outlined and then highlighted in blue are areas that were previously removed from the planned development. That's almost 80 acres that were removed. This is 10 acres for this subject property, and there's a little over 30 acres remaining that are still in that planned development for the RV park. So if they want to develop this to anything other than an approved RV park, then they would need to come in and rezone that, remove themselves from the PD, as this applicant is doing. The applicant is asking for a light industrial zoning. In their letter of intent, they describe that they want to do covered boat and RV storage, and then some recycling, like asphalt and concrete type recycling yard or facility on that property. And the applicant is here if you have further questions. And with that, it concludes staff presentation. Back to the commission for any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Morris. Commissioners, any questions of staff before we start the public hearing?
I have one look at, I was looking through the use table, but the cement recycling, that's approved in light industrial, correct?
Yes, Commissioner Still and Commissioner, thank you. Yes, those are, the proposed uses are all allowed in the light industrial district. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else, commissioners, right now? Is the applicant present? Yes. Would you like to address the commission this morning? Just if there's questions? If so, please come to the podium. State your name for the record.
I'm Troy Wild. No, we just, when we bought the property, we was under the impression, because that's where RV precast was, where they was making the concrete and stuff, and they had told us so. But we want to put in canopy storage out there, and then we're in the paving and excavation business, and we just see all this asphalt going into our landfill and the concrete and stuff. So we thought it'd be a good opportunity to take the asphalt and the concrete, crush it, and then it could be reused back to, subgrades on roads.
Sure.
So
fantastic.
That's what our idea was.
Okay.
So.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that. All right, this is a public hearing. I'll open it up to the audience. If there's anyone in the audience that would like to address the commission on this matter, please come forward. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing and bring it back to staff for their recommendation.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Based on the findings, the Development Review Committee recommends the Planning and Zoning Commission forward a recommendation of approval to the City Council to rezone 2305 Victoria Farms Road, APN 120-03-046, a 10-acre portion of planned development number 07-002-00005 from LIPD to LI. And as a note, this item will be scheduled to go to the City Council at their October 27th meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioners, any discussion or questions on this item? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion. I recommend to approve City Council Land Use Action 20-2527, rezoning 2305 Victoria Farms Road, APN 120-03-046, a 10-acre portion of a planned development number 07-002-00005 from LIPD to LI.
I second the motion.
Thank you. I have a motion by Mr. Still and a second by Mr. Nelson. Any other discussion? We'll go ahead and vote.
Motion passes 5-0.
Congratulations. Thank you. That concludes the public hearing today. Now it's time for a call to the public. Is there anyone in the public that wishes to address the commission on any topic? Seeing none, we'll close the call to the public. Mr. Morris, future meetings?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, thank you. The meeting scheduled for October 7th has been canceled. We don't have any items for that on that agenda. The next regular scheduled meeting is for October 21st. As of yet, we don't have anything, but that could change in the next few days. But at this point, we don't have anything, but it still could happen. But the October 7th meeting has been canceled. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We stand adjourned.